You don't often hear people talk about how vigorous Martinenca Rimada is. Wow, this thing I planted as a tiny little rooted cutting last October in these pots. And I kind of just wanted it to get some roots established, but it actually took off and put quite a bit of growth on before the frost came in January and it lost its leaves. And so, anywho, it grew a couple of really long branches that were down low on this bush, I guess you would call it. And I clipped one of them off. It was about half the thickness of a pencil, something you typically wouldn't, you know, try to root. Because not only was it that skinny, but it was like 16 inches long because the node spacings were so far apart because it was down low and it had grown out of the pot a long ways. But anyway, just goofing around, I stuck it in some Pro Mix, and my God, like 14 days later, I've got spaghetti-sized noodles coming out of that little bitty, little bitty cutting. Um, and so anyway, this is right. So this hasn't been in the pot yet a year, and it's getting figs on all these branches. Not a lot though. I mean, it's doing well, I guess. First year Martinenca Rimada. But what I wanted to show you is so that little cutting that I took off of this Martinenca Rimada, I had planted over here on the side. And it turns out it is one of my bigger trees back here. So see, it's like these back here tend to be some tall ones. Here, over here too, there's like, I don't know if you can see it through all this green right here, but this Italian 258, that thing's 7 foot tall. And that's a rooted cutting that I put in ground in March. I rooted it in January, so right behind that's a 7 foot tall plus Calidon Tanka, not a rooted cutting. But anyhow, let's see. Okay, so right here, this is the one I wanted to show you. This tree right here is the rooted cutting that I took off that Martinenca Rimada in the pot. I mean, right next to that is White Madeira #1, which is also a rooted cutting. I mean, that Martinenca Rimada is probably 6.5 feet tall. I'm sorry, I say It's that White Madeira back here, White Madeira #1. It's probably 6.5 feet tall. This right here, this Martinenca Rimada is 6 feet tall. And not, I mean, in addition to that, like it has put on two substantial branches, which I don't know what I'm going to do with them. One of them is actually a sucker that came up out of the ground, and the other one had just come off the side, very low branch. I'll probably cut them off. I'm sure I will cut them off, probably make cuttings out of them or something. But what, what a crazy vigorous tree, and it's putting on big branches up here. Martinenca Rimada, like who knew this thing grew so dang vigorous? All I hear about is how late it is. I guess I'll be finding that out because I haven't got a right fig on it yet, so we'll see how it goes. But dang, it really grows so well, so fast. Martinenca Rimada.